Welcome to A View from the Afternoon. It's a TPD. I am reading this, by the way, because I'm thick as fuck. It's a TPD TV podcast. And guess what? It's available on all major platforming things for podcasts. You know, Spotify, YouTube, the other ones. They're all there.
The other ones that don't matter.
We've got a boy on today. It's Jackie P, also known as Cowboy Biff Bop. He is cookie. You'll figure that shit out later, don't worry. Jackie, how you doing, man?
I'm having an identity crisis, mate. That's why I've turned up to your house dressed as a cowboy.
I mean, you can kind of tell. Are you auditioning for BROCO or something?
I know, like, I actually hit up Don Broco's cowboy mascot, and I was like, we need to make a song together, man. And he has yet to even read it. So I think he gets a lot of DMs.
I reckon so, like a lot of
maybe
fake
of
cowboys.
A lot of cowboys, like wanting to be just like him, and maybe I'm just on that fucking pile.
I reckon
the others.
The others, though, I reckon they want to be cowboys, not for the Brokeback Mountain reason.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, I didn't want to make music in that way with him. I wanted to make like music, sweet music.
Sweet music. Fair enough. Right, it's good to have you on.
Bro, I'm so excited to be here. I'm like a child who's been given too many sweets, so I'm trying to stay still and like be good at the table. Elbows off.
Do what you want, elbows everywhere. Put your
elbows on, elbows
get
on.
Your knees on there if you want.
You guys are wild. Elbows on the table.
Mate, we don't give a fuck.
Smack them down.
I'll tell you what. Something really strange that I've been told. My little brother's their dad, prick. Yeah. He were telling him that they're not allowed to scoop peas onto the fork with a knife. They're not allowed to scoop them up or out like that. And they can only press it down into them, so you can pick up like, fucking 3 peas at once, which is shit. Or scoop it onto the back of the fork like you would normally pressing it down, so it's curved down like that.
Yeah.
And balance it on there and eat it.
What is this
fucking
pea
weird
Nazi? What is this?
Mate, he's a fucking absolute Nazi. I don't get it.
For peas? A Nazi for peas?
It's not just peas, it's just like knife and fork. If they hold the knife and fork in the hand that's comfortable, no, fuck off. Get it in the wrong hand so you're uncomfortable and you flick your peas everywhere. Anyway, it's enough of that prick. We don't like him.
You know, you learn something new every day, and I've come in here and I've learned some strange shit already. It's good,
some
man.
P-Nazism.
Some P-Nazism. It exists, man.
So what you got going on at the minute, anyway?
I got too much going on, man. I need to have a word with myself, I think, because I think I've spent like 2 months of lockdown, like really freaking out. I think like everyone, I was in the freak out stage, like, what the fuck am I going to do with my life? Like, because everything I usually do has been ripped away from me.
Rob's still in that phase, so don't worry about it. You're doing fine.
Some people never made it out. But then it got to a point where there was so many things like starting to bubble up in my head, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do them all at once. And they've all kind of accumulated around this, like making this film that I've started working on. And I don't know why, other than that I wanted to. I don't know why I started making it. I think I like films, you know. It's like someone saying I like music when they make music. It's just like that. There was no like burning passion or a message that I needed to deliver via film. It was just that I wanted to make one. Get
some of that crazy shit out your brain.
Yeah. Just get these thoughts out of my head. But like, obviously now I'm living it a bit too much because like one of the characters in the film is a cowboy, and I wanted to give him this like musical career, like this fake musical career, and like pretend like he's a person. And now I'm struggling. Like where does the cowboy end and where do I begin? Do you know what I mean? It's one of them ones. So I'm just wondering, like, struggling with it. Like,
I got dead confused by your accent. Then I was just like, what the fuck's going on?
That's
genuinely
how
threw me off.
That's how cowboys sound, isn't it? That's how they talk.
One of those brummy cowboys.
As you can see, I'm still struggling. I lied, you know. I'm still in the same phase as well. I'm still struggling.
Who ain't struggling?
I haven't got out of it yet.
Mate, we're in his 20s. Everyone fucking struggles.
No, it's good. It's fun. Like, it's a fun project. And I think the film has almost taken a little bit of a backseat at the moment because I've literally come from the studio come from the studio making tunes to be on this podcast. So I think the cowboy has really overtaken the making of the film.
It does seem that way.
The film's in the back seat, cowboys in the front seat, driving the car now, which is bad, I think. But it's fun, man. Like when you're making music and you're not really like pouring your heart and soul into it or trying to say anything really important or of any worth. Music can be so much fun.
Mate,
That's
like
what I've found.
the podcast, not the podcasts, what are they called? Parodies that we do. Like,
Yeah.
genuinely, like, they're just dead fun.
Yeah.
It's hard to try and, like, obviously when you're doing a parody, you got to fit into someone else's music.
Yeah.
But like you say, it's just fun. You're not worrying about what someone's going to think of it. You're just having a laugh doing it.
Yeah. Are they gonna like it? Are they gonna understand what I'm trying to say with the song?
Who gives a
No,
fuck?
they're not gonna like it, and they're not gonna understand what I'm saying with the song. That's the whole point.
Exactly,
It's fun. Like it is trash. Like tell me it's trash. I want you to tell me how shit it is because I get off on that. I want you to tell me how awful this song is, and because I'm the same. I'm like, how can we make this sound really janky in the studio, you know? And I think we've achieved that so far. It's pretty awful songs I've put out.
It's good to hear. So if you want to abuse Jackie, you will give him an erection. So
Give it to me, baby.
go ahead. He might show you a little tribute later on. Who knows?
Woohoo!
Are we,
Give it to me.
obviously, I know about the filmer because I filmed it and I'm in it, mate.
Yeah.
Well, not all of it, just a bit of it.
You've got your cameo. I'm trying to fill it full of cameos because I love it in films when like bands turn up or famous people, such as yourself, turn up in films like Blink-182 when they're just in American Pie.
Yeah, just
And
randomly.
they're just chilling with this guy going, oh, well, bro, is that you on the screen jerking off or whatever? And it's just like Blink-182 with their coloured hair. Like,
Is that them with Monkey?
yeah, I think so.
them? I can't remember. Rob's nodding, so it must be.
He's a resident American Pie expert.
Resident American Pie and Budweiser bitch.
Budweiser bitch.
Always good to have you. No, I'm about.
Cheers
about
to
that.
that, but no, I like it. I like things like that because I think I'm pining for like a time where films were just so like they were basically just long adverts or long commercials. You know, they had loads of bands in them, celebrity cameos for no fucking reason, ad placements like people holding Coke, and I just remember all that stuff. And I remember films having these really long promotional runs where it was like there'd be toys in McDonald's, there'd be songs in the charts with music videos from clips from the film. And that's what I wanted to do with this, is like make this like fake pop star person cowboy thing, and he'd make songs. And people wonder, like, is it for the film? Has he lost his mind? And I'm currently terrorizing all of my YouTube subscribers because they're all used to watching tour vlogs and watching me be on the road with SCARLXRD, and now that all I'm uploading is these fucking cowboy songs.
To be fair, I bet they're quite happy just to have a bit of editing in them.
Fuck editing. We don't need that shit. It's the whole point of a vlog, man. Just mash the clips together. But no, I had a message on YouTube literally the other day, and he was like, Jackie, man, you know, this seems like a really weird phase you're going through, man. I hope you're okay. And if you ever need to chat, I'm right here, man. I'm right here.
It's not a phase, Dad.
Yeah. Not a phase, kid, on the internet. It's a way of life, man. It's a lifestyle. So I'm glad that one person's concerned for me. I mean, you know, if I wasn't me, if I was like that outside looking in, I might be a bit concerned as well. But I kind of like that. A public meltdown are always the most fun ones to watch, aren't they?
Exactly. A meltdown by yourself in a closed-off room.
Yeah.
Fucking boring for everyone else, isn't it? No one wants to see that.
Let's slap
no one
that
gets to see that.
meltdown on the internet.
Exactly,
And let
man.
everyone see it unfold.
Fucking Trisha Paytas crazy.
Just going mad, yeah. But no, I think I'm all right. You know, I'm good. I just love American like culture. You know, everything that's bad about it, everything that's good about it, and that's what I wanted to do with the character, was like channel what I love about America, like the over the topness and the brashness and the ridiculousness. And to me, I find it so funny, a very southern, you know, white like British bloke pretending to be like an American, like a Matthew McConaughey person. I just find that really funny.
But your American seems to be from Birmingham.
It needs a bit of tweaking, all right? It needs a bit of tweaking. It's not quite there yet. It's not quite there. We're not, you know.
No,
It's more Birmingham, UK instead of Birmingham, Alabama. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Are you able to give out any idea of what the movie's about without giving out spoilers?
You know what? I forget almost daily what it's about, because it's like I keep adding new bits to it. But there's pretty much, the cowboy makes a deal with the devil, because the devil's like, I'm sick of just having metal bands known as the devil's music. I want a bit of variety to the devil's music. and the devil has this like record label. So he sends the cowboy out to go and sign him an indie band called the Petticoats, and they're like this indie band I've made up. They're my friend.
Sounds genuine.
It's a good name, isn't it? It's a good name. So if I see a band like that's real come out called the Petticoats, how do we have words? This cowboy tries to sign the band, and his way of trying to sign them is giving them loads of drugs, basically. And one of the drugs is this drug called cookie dust, which is the name of the movie, Cookie Dust.
I'm gonna say it.
And it's a drug where when you take it, it increases your creative capabilities like tenfold. So when you snort it, you're gonna go and do like a Mona Lisa painting, sort of thing. And
cheeky Bob Ross.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys are doing Cookie Dust the other night when you got them fucking Bob Ross paintings out. Like.
One of us was.
One of us was hogging all the creative drugs, yeah.
The other one were hogging all the white paint. Want you, Robert?
Shut up. He hasn't let it go yet. And that's pretty much the main summary of the film. Then there's aliens get involved and some other stuff that I've just thrown at the wall, see what sticks. But that's pretty much the film, yeah. And it's we're like 80% done on the shooting. It's
quite different from what you told me it were gonna be about.
Really?
Yeah. It must have changed in some time.
It changes daily, my friend. Ask me tomorrow. Ring me up and ask me tomorrow and see what the film's about.
I can't wait. Different. 80% done.
Yeah, that might be a bit ambitious as well, because I've actually got to edit the damn thing. And you know, editing is my strong point, watching those tour vlogs I used to make. So
you're telling me you don't edit the tour vlogs?
No.
Are you sure? Because, you know, I think they're rivaling Rob's.
I know, sometimes they're like an hour long, but there's no like nice edit, but hey.
Yeah, it shows the realism, doesn't it? It shows everything that happens rather than...
I just keep it real, man. All right?
Man.
Okay.
We show the good and the bad.
You can't change me, man. You can't change me.
It's a good transition there for the tour vlogs into touring, because...
Yes, the big T.
The reason why you love America so much, you fucking toured it, I imagine.
Yeah. Three times as well. Counting, baby. Three time. All-star champ.
You do realise this is our podcast. Stop showing off.
Sorry. You asked me on. It's flexing time, baby. Oh,
shit.
No, toured it 3 times. The first time I was very afraid because everything was new and we were going to like really like the arse ends of America, like the real parts, not just like the major cities where everything's glitz and glamour and gold. It was like the corners where things got a bit hairy and a bit real, and
might get stabbed for $5.
Yeah, seeing that side of America was good.
Seeing the skinny white cowboy wander out of a little bus.
I was merely a boy then, without the cow. I was not a cowboy back then, but I'm gonna go back next time, and I'm gonna blend right in with all the locals.
Texas, you'll be fine.
Yeah, we played Texas. Those Texas shows were great. The kids in America, I love them. Like, they're all just mad people out there.
Like, what's it like, actually, like, being on tour? Were you in, like, a bus or a van, or were you in cars? Like...
Yeah, we're quite a small touring... Here comes another flex. Flex alert. We're quite a small touring party, but we just get on one of those huge buses that you see the bands in. So we've got, like, 4 spare bunks, maybe 5.
Oh, it's funny you should say that, because there's 4 spare lads who fancy going to America next year.
Well, you know what, baby? I'm a hire you myself. Like,
could probably do a proper tour vlog for you.
That's what it could be your job. Maz has got his touring party. I've got my touring party, and their sole purpose is to create the finest vlogs that YouTube has ever seen. I think that will fly with the label.
Yeah, probably.
Island Records. I got a great idea, man. Just hear me out. We've got 4 spare bunks, you know. 4 lads, get them in there.
You hook us up with a trip abroad, we'll hook you up with some proper editing.
Content, the big C.
That's the one, man. It's all about the content train.
Yeah, but big fat fucking spaceship bus that we go on. It's amazing. And like every time I'm on it, like and the beds they're very much like coffins, but it's kind of a preview, you know?
Proper bunk beds.
A preview of death almost, you know, like I'm gonna be spending a lot of time like that, so it's good to get a little preview.
You have a bed above like the driver or all like that?
The driver, like the drivers have always had like the worst, like the bum end, like the short straw sort of thing, because they have these tiny little cabinets that are like they have to curl up inside of. Like our bunks are small,
Yeah.
but the driver's bunks are way smaller. Like by the bit where you sit and drive.
The cockpit.
The cockpit. Yeah.
That's the one.
That bit.
That's crazy, man. That type to us, that's the fucking dream. You know, tour in America.
It's the dream. I wake up and I'm all day I'm pinching myself, being like, wake up, man. This ain't real. This ain't real. It's all day until I've got like a bruise at the end of the tour from pinching myself. It does feel like a dream. It is the dream. And I'm forever grateful to have done it like 3 times. And we've done like Europe 3 times as well, and Australia, New Zealand, went to see those places, and just amazing, man. Like obviously UK as well, yeah. Shout out to UK style. But yeah, America's always been the most eventful.
Well, it's fucking America, isn't it? Like as shit as it is, it's fucking amazing.
I'll do a trigger warning if you don't like shit, basically, and toilet humor or whatever. This is a great
If they don't like that, they're on the wrong channel.
Yeah. This is a great story for people who like shit, talking shit. The first American tour we did, our bus driver was like proper American, like trucker, and he looked like the splitting image of C6 Steve. Do you know C6 Steve? The guy with the ding, 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 ding? He looked exactly like C6 Steve, and proper character. He probably never watched this. I don't think he has a phone or anything like that, so I don't think he'll ever see this.
I imagine he does.
But when
like, how the fuck does he get on top?
Fuck it, if you're watching, I love you, mate. But this is a funny story. When we first met him, he actually no, he does have a phone. Thanks. Oh, thanks for the bird. He does have a thanks, bird, for the bird. He does have a phone because when we met him, the first thing he showed us on his phone was this like CCTV setup that he got at home. And he was like, my wife don't know I got this in my house, but I got a camera in every room because I'm watching her because I know she's cheating on me with at least 8 different men. And he's like, there she is. And he's tapping his phone. And he could go from like screen to screen, and she's just milling about in this house. I'm going to catch her one of these days. And I was like,
psychotic, that.
Weird fucking guy. And then halfway through the tour, one of the rules of being on a tour bus is you don't shit on the bus. That's just something that everyone knows.
Brady wouldn't do well on that bus. He shat on the fucking seat on Route 66.
Don't shit on the bus. When it's like touring buses, pretty much all the buses are going to be like, don't shit on the bus because their certain toilet system doesn't handle solids, only liquids. And we all knew that. And so basically someone took a shit on the bus.
C6 Steve.
Like it wasn't. Hopefully it wasn't him, because if it was, very hypocritical, because he was telling us not to. Don't shit on the bus. Don't shit on the bus. Imagine he did it himself and tried to blame it on one of us. Anyway, someone took a shit on the bus, and we're like, that's okay. Like it happens. Like it's whatever. Like we had a laugh. We're gonna get over it. And then we were all in a hotel having the shower. It was a shower day. And then we get like loads of messages on the tour WhatsApp from our tour manager, and he's sending us videos of C6 Steve with the bus's Hoover, and he's stuck the Hoover down the toilet, and he's just sucking all of the shit out.
What?
With the Hoover, because he's like, it's blocked up. I gotta get it out somehow, and he's sucking it out, and we're like, what? Why? And like,
fucking mental.
Like, are you doing? And our tour manager decided not to like stop him or anything. He was just laughing, filming him, being like, "That's funny." Sent the video to the group chat, and then sends us another video. This is where it gets worse. He sends us another video of him then using the same Hoover to fucking Hoover the bus. And he's going around the bus, hoovering the bus up. The whole bus stinks like piss and shit. And then a couple of us had bed bugs after that.
Oh, wonderful.
So
they're annoying, aren't
yeah, mad annoying. Like, but I guess using the shit Hoover is gonna do that.
they? You were in hotels at the same time as being in tour busing?
Yeah, we were living the life of Riley, man. Like, it was great. Like, some nights we'd stay over in a hotel, like, and they'd just park up the bus. Honestly, it's like being paid to go on holiday, man. It's so good.
Crazy.
Like,
So
I think when bands tour, they probably have to work. But when you're a DJ and you're on tour with an artist, you
just got to come on stage and press play.
Yeah, literally. Let's start the day. 2 hours later, I'm off stage, I'm done.
To be fair, I've seen you on stage and it looks like hard work. Never seen
How
it.
do you think I keep so slender, mate? Slender man is throwing down on that stage. That's how I get this physique. It's great.
It sounds incredible. Like what would you say was the craziest part of being on tour? Like what was, experience-wise, would you say is the most mental?
I think the one where I started, like, I really had to be like, Jack, you've made it, brother. You've really done it. Like, it was almost like, this is the moment you've been waiting for. It was a really weird moment when we did an American tour with Bring Me the Horizon. Flex time, flex alert.
I mean, this has been nothing but a flexes.
We did an American tour with Bring Me the Horizon. Oh, thank you. And
Fucking mental.
no, it was amazing. We watched them every night because, of course, you would.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
They put on a bloody good show. And there was one point where we were in the venue getting ready for the show that night, and there was a gym in the venue. And me and Maz, SCARLXRD Maz, I call him Maz because, you know, we know each other, first name basis. We went to the in venue gym to get our pump on. He was getting his pump on. I was just like running on the treadmill.
Just cardio. You got to work on your cardio.
Just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be running around that stage later. Better get ready. And then like Bring Me the Horizon, just walk in, like minus Ollie, because he was a bit more of a recluse. Very lovely guy though when we finally did meet him. But Bring Me the Horizon, just walk in and just get on the treadmill and start doing some weights. And I was just on the treadmill. I had no top on. I mean, I rarely ever have a top on. But they were all dressed in their gym gear and everything. And I was just like, all right, well, just like, and then it took me a second, like, to realize that I just said, what's up to Bring Me the Horizon, and we're all just in this tiny little gym together, and it was so strange.
That's fucking mental. I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, because they're one of my like favorite bands ever. Yeah. Like, you know,
fucking amazing.
Love them.
Was this like before Ammo?
This is when Ammo was out. Yeah, so this was like May last year.
Fucking
yeah. So, America fucking loves them, man. Like they're adored out there.
Yeah.
And it was just such a fun and strange opportunity to be wheeled out in front of Bring Me the Horizon fans every night.
Do you ever get on it?
It was challenging them, to say the least. Like, you know, they're there for Bring Me and they get SCARLXRD. It was fun.
To be fair, genre kind of mixes, done it.
I like that with Bring Me, because I think they're not afraid to like challenge people and just generally just say fuck you. We're gonna do what we want to do. Like,
well, they've always been like that. Haven't they? Ollie's the right bastard. He'll just say whatever the fuck he wants. He don't care.
Legend. So like, I love they do that with that music, and they also, you know, their choice of support, the choice of who they decide to like collaborate with. The whole thing is just like a big middle finger to like doing things how they are expected to do them. You know, I know that's a big thing for them, and I just respect it. So them taking out SCARLXRD was a lot of fun, and it was just cool hanging out with him. And Maz did a couple of songs with him actually. He did what is it Antivist? I think he did.
Little fingers up.
Yeah, he did guest vocals on Antivist in Philadelphia.
That's fucking.
And it took every fibre of my being not to run out on stage and get topless. Cause I was like, well, Maz is on the stage, so that means I can also be on the stage and get my top. But I was just side of stage, just letting the moment be what it was. And they were doing the vocals together, and I was just like, wow, excuse me while I touch myself.
That's fucking crazy, man. Like,
it was so good. And they're just all really nice people. Like, and Jordan Fish was talking to us after one of the shows, and he was just like, love your stage presence, man. Like, you know, I just couldn't take my eyes off you.
He's the true talent of the band as well. Like, he's the one you want to be talking to.
Yeah. And he was just like, yeah, love your stage presence. And I was just like, I'm never going to forget that. And I'm going to forever bring it up.
Do you need a DJ? Come on, Jordan, I'll hook you up.
Yeah. Like, that'd be so jokes. Like, yeah, not even Bring Me, just you, Jordan Fish. Do you need a personal DJ to follow you around and play music, like theme music for you?
So do you get a chance to like chill with them much, or like get on it with them, have a cheeky session or like that?
I mean, Ollie tends to keep himself to himself from what I could see, which is
it's very strange, isn't it?
Good, but and then Maz is like SCARLXRD's the same. He keeps himself to himself. So they were both sort of like just chilling in each other's camps. But then there was one time where we went backstage, me and Maz were drunk. We went to their part of the backstage, and Maz was just talking to them for hours about. I can't really remember what they were talking about because I was just standing there with just a grin on my face, being like, "Bring me the rise." Bring me the rise.
I'm just drinking with Bring Me the Rise.
I'm in the same room because I'm just an awful fanboy. Like Maz is really good at being cool, and you know we've met a bunch of crazy people. You know, SCARLXRD. We met Jonathan Davis, the lead singer of Korn, and that was just I nearly exploded, and he just into just 1,000 pieces, just human combusted. But we met him at Rock am Ring in like 2018. He was watching us side of stage, and then he came over and spoke to Maz and was just like, "Oh, my son's a big fan. Like, I heard him.
No way.
I heard my son listening to you in his bedroom, and I popped my head in and asked him who it was, and it was you. So here I am watching you side of stage." I'm just like freaking out, just being like.
Same with fucking.
Oh my God.
Same with Rob and me. Like Rob will meet every member of BROCO and 75 and Biffy, and he'll just be like, "You're right, guys. How you doing? Like, great set and shit." And I'll just start crying and tell him I love them. Yeah,
I can't do it, like, because obviously they are just people as well, like, but you're never going to convince me of that. They are godlike, so I can't just treat them like a normal person.
Influence your life so much. It's like they're no longer just a normal person to you personally.
Yeah, I think Jonathan Davis is one of the best, like, varied, like, vocalists, like, in metal, man. He's got a fucking mental voice. I love it. And I told him that, as well as some other things. And it was like one of those, like, jokes in films where the handshake just goes on for too long because I was still holding on. And there's like a photo of Jonathan Davis, like, pulling away.
like, trying to get away.
Just, like, just still shaking his hand. And his bodyguard was so scary. But I didn't even mind. I was like, it's worth getting tackled to the ground. I just got to hold on a little longer.
That's mental, man.
Oh, man. We met Good Charlotte the same day, actually, the twins from Good Charlotte. And they were like, yeah, tell your boy. They didn't meet Maz. They were just like, tell your boy that we fuck with him, man. He's cool.
No way. That's fucking mental. Like, so many people fuck with Maz.
Yeah, it's great. Like, because he's, I think he's just a bit of he's like a wild card kind of artist. Like,
he seems like he kind of kicked off, I don't know the genre he's in, but like that kind of like screaming, rappy, just it's kind of like his own thing, and he's formed it almost. Yeah,
it's like he just took it there. You know, I think he's a huge like Deftones fan. He's a huge metalhead, but obviously he likes rap music, and he was like, I really want to marry the two in the purest way that I can. And I think he's done that because I think, you know, metal bands flirt with the idea of like rapping. You know, you get good and bad results. Yeah. Like some rappers have like a metal aesthetic, but don't have the metal sound, or they have a slight bit of it, or blah, blah, blah.
Like Ice-T, innit? Fucking.
Yeah, body count. But then like Maz comes along and just goes, right, I'm going to just scream, sometimes incoherently, just fucking just give it all the passion over some trap beats. And it's like, it really is like his thing. I love it. I love working for an artist who's such a, like, oddity, you know, such like a maverick guy. Like, I love it. I love the fact that I don't DJ for just a rapper sort of thing. Like, he's a very interesting and you know, just like amazing artist. Like,
sick, man.
I love you, man. I love you, man.
So I was watching a documentary the other day, and it was about musicians and like how like the marry two genres, and saying it can be done. Like, anyone can throw two genres together, but for someone to make it work, get a following, and like do what Maz has done, it's like it takes a literal fucking musical genius. Yeah. It's easy to throw two together, but very hard to get them flowing together and get them like just building on each other.
I've always been drawn to that stuff. Like, I remember hearing Enter Shikari for the first time when they were like, it was like metalcore, and then they were like, we're gonna throw in some like trance and like 90s dance music over the top of it, and I was like, it's fucking rips, like. And I just love it when people decide to do that. Like, they would just start playing around maybe, and and then that's their sound, you know. I love shit like that. It's so exciting.
I love an artist that have like just variation that can just provide a bit of everything.
Like, I mean, I could talk about music for hours, man. You've really set me off. Oh, yeah. So like, you know, music's kind of my thing. I don't know if you know.
Well, kind of guess we're being a DJ.
a disc jockey. And actually, I can lay claim to being a disc jockey because when I first started, I did use CDs, like physical CDs, and I would burn like a whole pack of CDs, and I'd write down, this is the Killers, Mr. Brightside, this is Mr. Jet's Two Doors Down or whatever, then track number 3, oh yeah. And I'd actually have a big stack of them, and I'd have to redo them every week because they'd just get covered in shit. And then they'd start skipping, and they'd get scratched, and they'd get covered in beer. Because I used to, one of my first like proper like DJing gigs was DJing the Casbah in Coventry. I don't know if you've ever been to the Casbah in Coventry.
I've never been to Coventry, mate.
Would you?
Exactly.
No, shout out Coventry for life. You raised me on the Coventry Screech. At that place.
The Screets.
Screets. At the Casbah, I learned a lot about DJing. I used to do the indie disco. So the main room was like the thumping ass music. And then I was in room 2 with the indie disco where everyone just came to make out, really. Like,
well,
I
so
don't know if
you're not going to listen to music, are you? Shit.
I don't know if they were like, what's what you say about my freshest indie, mate? All right, I came from indie and I'll always be indie. I think they just came into the room to make out because it was generally a quieter room. So I'd just be soundtracking all these kids making out with each other, and I'd just be like, oh yeah, give them a bit of fucking Sex on Fire.
Give them
a bit of Dakota by Stereophonics, and then give them a bit of...
Give them something nice and slow, mate. Get some slow dances on go. Some
room,
romance.
You know, like them twangy guitars. But yeah, I used to, so I am actually like I was anyway, a jockey of discs, because I had the CDs.
That's mental.
I've never learned how to use vinyl though. They're the real ones. They're the real DJs, you know.
Well, yeah.
I think when you can scratch and you know,
you know, like the exact precise point on your record without having a little label or all like that.
Put that in front of me,
Fuck
and
knows
I
how
will
Dr.
run
Dre
a
does it.
mile screaming. I don't know how to do it.
Put it in front of me and I'll scratch your record, but you know, I'll give it a go.
I will murder your record collection.
Yeah.
But I won't be able to mix it, no. But and now it's just, you know, I'm obviously just a cheater now because I'm USB in the CDJs. I've never got to the point of being a laptop DJ, really. Not when I go out with Maz anyway. But
you tell me any fucking modern DJs that aren't like that now.
Yeah.
It's like, it's hard to do,
I'm
isn't
not,
it?
I'm not snobby about it because I think, honestly, it's like as long as you're delivering the audience, you know, something to entertain them and make them happy, however you do it, it don't matter. Like, and a lot of the time, people will go to a night and they don't want to hear you blending and scratching and mixing and doing this, that, the other. Like, sometimes they just want like a decent taste in music to be played to them. Like, you don't want to have like a really self-indulgent DJ playing loads of, well, I think this is a good track, and it sounded good in my bedroom, so I'm going to play it. Like, now you were working that crowd, don't give me that shit.
Yeah, but it's still just the songs we like.
Crowd, palm of the hand, putty, baby.
We're just quite lucky that the crowd likes the same shit we do. If not, it would be kicked off.
But that's why they booked you, because they know you represent. You're like a cultural mass of what's going on. What is it? A zeitgeist? Is it?
I have no idea what that means. I'm thick. Right. Don't throw fancy words at me, Jackie.
You're a zeitgeist, baby. You know,
is that what a zeitgeist is? Can we get more of a description?
It's like a moment in time, and it's a certain thing, and where's my phone? I'm gonna look it up. Hey Siri, what does zeitgeist mean?
Computer boy, you Budweiser bitch. Search zeitgeist. Using Siri to cheat.
No, but
Means the defining spirit or mood of a particular period of history is shown by the ideas and beliefs of the time.
Any wiser?
I don't think that's us, is it?
Any Budweiser? Yes, sir. That's what I was trying to say.
It's time for us to flex. Because obviously, we did do Piccadilly 10,000 strong on the fucking party, mate.
Flex alert. Flex alert.
But that's nothing like in comparison to you on tour.
Yeah, back to me, thank you.
Back to you. So, flex deflated.
Deflated flex. No, it's like watching you guys do that. I was like, I almost feel like I am in their smelly shoes right now. Like I could feel how you guys were feeling. Like I could see the micro movements in your faces, and that. You know, I study your videos very closely. But I could see the micro movements of like excitement and just being like, holy shit, like we're here and all these people are here to have a good time with us. Like feeling like that is more addictive than anything.
No else like it, is there? Genuinely no else like it.
Yeah, and like, so that's the only downside of like touring, is every night you get topped up. Oh yeah, straight to the veins. You get topped up with the adrenaline and the love in the room and the energy and the sweat and the cocktail of everything that's at a show. And then when you come off tour, you don't have it for a very long time, and then it's like the come down. Like,
I'm gonna ask, like, what's it like for you? Because obviously on a massive tour, it's completely different to us. We did one weekend at Leeds Fest, felt a little bit famous because of it, and I fucking cried in the van on the way home because I was like, am I going back to normality? Whereas you fucking toured for God knows how long, in all over the fucking world, every fucking night, just having a banging time with a crowd screaming for you and Maz just going mental.
Yeah.
How do you come back to normality from that? Because I struggled with 5 days.
I had a crash landing back into normality. Shout out Maz as well quickly, because he did change my life. I got to say that he changed my life, and like forever grateful. Like I don't do any of the things off my own back really. It's all him. It's all this guy right here. This guy right here, man. Scar. I love you, man. Can't quite reach that. There we
What
go.
you done to your elbow there?
Oh, I fell off my bike.
Is that why you're not doing delivery anymore?
Pretty gnarly there. No, I'm still doing it, bro. I got back on the bike after I fell off. Come
Are you a
on.
big bad barista?
I'm both. I'm 2-job Ronnie right now.
Oh, whoa, calm down.
The flex alert. What the fuck was I talking about?
What about Sky?
Yeah, after coming back after tour, so I was shouting out him quickly because he did change my life. He took me from being a DJ who did like club nights and this, that, and the other, and general like normal DJ things, to like seeing the world and being a part of his universe and a part of his fan base and fan group and whatever, and sharing those moments. So he changed my life forever. But yeah, it's like he deals with it quite well, because he gets back off tour and then he just makes 8 more albums. Like I get back off tour and I'm scrambling around of like what to do with myself, because it's almost like, no purpose.
He did just smash out music for fun, doesn't he?
Yeah, he really does. He really
does.
He's just very prolific like that. I think he wanted to be like Gucci Mane. Like Gucci Mane put out like 20 mixtapes a year sort of thing for like 5 years or something. He just sharted it out. I think Maz
Some of it was shart as well.
Yeah, all filler, no killer, baby. But no, I think Maz wants to do that. Obviously more killer though.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
But yeah, getting back on tour, it's like I've got, my girlfriend Jazz, God bless her soul. It was hard. I think it was hard for her, because like I would get back and I was just a bit of an asshole, to be honest.
And she had to have you around all the time as well. Which
she was like, she'd gotten used to me not being there. Good times, and then he's fucking back, for fuck's sake. And like, I was just like, I had like crazy mood swings, and just like the self-doubt was just at new levels, and like it just drives you nuts, because like without all this like constant daily like admiration and like top up of this is what we're doing, this is where we're going, like the purpose, the admiration, the adrenaline rush, all of that just like yanked away from underneath you, and then it's just like it's like losing your mind. It's just like, fuck, what the fuck am I doing with myself? Like, and then I usually, when I get back off tour, I end up in another job, because that's the reality for a lot of touring musicians. I think they when the tour is over, you still got to pay the rent. So it's like you got to get back into the world of work. So every time I got back into the world of work, sometimes in the beginning when I first started touring, I'd have a problem with it, and I'd have a problem, I'd have this like superiority complex, like, what the fuck am I doing here, bro, in this job, bro? I'm a fucking DJ, bro. Like,
who does that remind me of, eh? Ego boy.
It's not ego. Ego squad. Like when you've got an ego as big as mine, it's bursting out my chest. Ego as big as mine. Like it was really hard in the beginning to deal with. Like, okay, humble thyself, get back to work behind the counter. I make coffee and I love making coffee. It's a passion of mine. The beans. Had to get back on the grind. Thank you.
Any more coffee puns coming out?
To get back on the grind was like...
Just taking me for a mug here or what?
Keep them coming, let's go. The rally. Dealing with that was like, I had a phase in the beginning where I was like, nah, I'm too good for this, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, when we first moved to Leeds, I'd have people coming into the coffee shop I was working in, being like, "And your SCARLXRD DJ, like, what are you doing there behind the counter? Like, what are you working here?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "Why?"
Good
I was like,
accent.
"Oh, because I'm not on tour right now." He's like, "Oh, so all right, I'll have a latte, please, mate." Like, it's just like the moments like that where I was like, "See, I'm not crazy. I told you I was a DJ." Cause
Not
like,
just a barista, thank you.
no, because often when you work in places like that, you know, everyone's in a band, like they got their side projects. You know, I'm here to just make money, man. It's not what I'm doing for life. I'm also in a band. Here's my band, and I'm there as well, being like, "Yeah, same guys. I'm actually a DJ. I'm not supposed to be here either." And it's like this whole denial of
We've
like,
all been here for 5 years now.
yeah, same. But you know, any minute now, won't be here ever again. And you know, goodbye.
As soon as the record label picks me up, I'm gone.
But I did have that moment, like it felt like a movie moment last year when I left my job to go on tour with Bring the Horizon, and I was just like, but no, I wasn't like that because I did love working there, and I loved everyone who I worked with, so I didn't do that. But it was a semi. So
I did that for just a holiday to America for 2 weeks. I was like, fuck off, I quit. I'm off on holiday with my mates. Bye.
Sometimes it's good, man, to just throw your life in the bin, you know,
Yeah.
and just close the lid. And
You know what?
There you go.
I'd like to say I'm better off now for it, but I'm still just as skint.
Hey, man, you're wealthy up here, brah. Wealthy up here.
Got a nice new flat somehow because of it.
Yeah, well, hey, this
Does it? Does the job?
all right.
It's not bad, is it? I quite
We're
like it.
proper first world problems on this podcast right now.
I know, man, like,
woe is me, woe is me.
poor people at home, like, I can't afford food, but fuck me, he's got a nice flat.
Oh, he's going through it, this guy. This fucking cowboy's really going through it. Yeah, I am going through it, thank you. No,
Everyone's got their own problems, right? Stop fucking judging you. Just because you can't afford to eat, don't mean we have to be sad.
yeah, ain't
Even
my
though we
problem, bitch. No, I'm joking. Everyone's problems are relative, and I think
Yeah,
that's
man.
something that my girlfriend Jazz has taught me a lot of things. That's one of the things she's taught me the most is like everyone's problems are relative, like because you can end up beating yourself up about feeling bad about something or feeling sad about something because it's like there are worse things happening in the world, and that's
100%.
absolutely right. But everyone has problems relative to thine self.
That's it, man. No one's life's easy.
Yeah.
Like, don't matter what you've got. You could be a fucking millionaire. You'll still have something to put you down.
Yeah.
Like-
Like that Post Malone song, like Rich and Sad.
That's it, man.
Bro.
Look, the king himself.
Speaks to
Fuck
me.
Elvis.
Rich and Sad. That's me, Posty. With the same guy.
Why don't Maz do like, and yourself, obviously, because part of SCARLXRD. Why don't you like, sorry, beer's getting me a bit gassy.
Gassy.
Why don't you just talk constantly?
I would see. I'm in the boat where I fucking would, lad.
Well, yeah, who wouldn't?
But with Maz, because he puts his heart and soul and every fiber of his being into like performing. It really knocks him for 6 every time he gets off the stage, like because he's literally put all his energy and just passion into performing, and it really takes it out of him. And like. For me, I'm having a laugh. I'm like running about and like pressing buttons, but I'm not giving it like how he gives it. So like I think he would tour forever because he's a machine. But even machines need time to recharge.
Mate, you're telling me they need some planned preventive maintenance.
Yeah.
You know, a bit of PPM, sir. I'm all about that.
Let's talk about PPM.
Mate, 100%. If anybody needs an engineer and you're really well paying, hook me up.
This guy right here.
I'll fix some.
He's
Used to fix planes.
yeah.
Those ones, those specific planes, the Nyaum planes.
Yo, I got this is another party story. I got a great story about planes. So Maz's old management in the beginning, we had 2 festivals booked for one day, and one was in France and the other was somewhere else. I can't remember.
Was
now.
it Germany by any chance? Because that's where the accent's coming from.
It was somewhere else. And they were like, the only way we're going to get there on time is if we take a private jet.
Oh no.
Oh no, we're going to have to get a private jet. But yeah, we literally played this festival, drove to where the private jets leave. I'd never been on a private jet
It's
before.
called an airport.
Never been on one since. Yeah, a port of air. I've never been on one since. but we drove up to it and it just played the festival. And back in the day, I used to have very little belongings. So I would I'd be leaving for the shows and just pick up any bag. So I had the Sainsbury's bag with my belongings in it. And Maz and his management and everyone else loading onto the private jet with their luggage and I was topless.
Gucci.
I was topless with like really badly dyed pink hair with my belongings in a Sainsbury's bag because I was too hot to wear them because we literally just got off stage. And I was just walking onto this private jet with my fucking Sainsbury's bag.
Was it at least a bag for life? Or was it just a little shitty white one?
This is a standard orange one. It wasn't a bag for life though. Like, you know, it wasn't that good. And then yeah, like they were taking loads of photos of me getting off this private jet with my fucking Sainsbury's bag. It was like the most like anti-flex, you know.
Who's she?
A good friend of mine, Auntie Flex.
Do you what? Have you had your own rider?
No.
Or do you just go off like the back? Do you just be like, Scar, get me one of these? And
they basically provide. Scar has his own sort of like mini rider, and then there's like a rider for the crew. And yeah, it's no one else on the tour ever drank vodka, so I would always have like a bottle of vodka to myself. And the partying actually got really bad on tour for both of us. And so obviously Maz would be on stage shouting his head off, and then he'd get off stage and we'd get on the tour bus and he'd continue shouting his head off because we'd be debating something or we'd be singing songs at each other, like usually like Oasis or like...
They do have a lot of screamo, to be fair, do
yeah. Well, they're the kind of tunes, yeah, like when you're with the fucking boys, you can just fucking belt them out like you're doing Wembley. And we used to do that in the back of the bus, just like, it was like, you know, shredding our vocal cords. And we got back off this American tour and he went to go see his vocal coach. I went to go see mine. And he went to go see his vocal coach. And she was like, it was like an ultimatum. It was like, you need to just stop everything that you're doing because otherwise you will no longer have a voice. Like, you know, you're going so ham on stage. Then you're getting off stage, going ham again, like on the party bus. Like you need to just chill out. And then the tour after that, he did a whole tour sober. I'd never admired anyone. Well, I admire him anyway, but that moment of him doing a whole month in Europe completely sober, still giving it the fucking welly, I was like, wow.
See, that sounds like two things to me. It sounds one, hard as fuck, just to do a full sober tour where you're touring God knows where, having a laugh with your mates, just jumping about and fucking about. And two, boring as fuck. Like, just have a fucking bev. One's not gonna kill you, is it?
He doesn't run like other human beings. He doesn't need earthly pleasures like that, man. Like myself. Like he doesn't need those earthly pleasures. He's got a higher calling to make this music.
Is a higher calling cocaine?
No. We were like the least rock and roll touring party, I think, apart from his old lighting guy, who we used to call him Raw Dog, because he would just sleep with people that he'd just met without any protection, which is not great. You know, we don't judge.
It's very 60s.
Yeah, very very bohemian, man.
Just slap your dick wherever it wants to go.
Yeah, they just he used to just get wild and freaky, and he would always be sleeping with people with no condoms. He'd be the one like buying the drugs, doing the drugs, and like the rest of us would just be on the tour bus like asleep, like ready for the next show. Like
that's another question I had. Like, obviously, you know, like everyone sees it in movies and shit like that where you rock and roll, you're you're on the sesh 24/7, you're doing drugs, you're drinking all the time.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of drugs? And do they come free? Because I've heard
for us,
drugs come easy, or the girls come easy, and the girls come. I don't know which way around it is. That's the exact point I was gonna make.
No, like they don't. Like, I hate to burst your bubble now, but not for us anyway. I think maybe we just gave off a very sensible vibe. Like I think whenever we pulled up to a venue, they'd they'd be almost shitting it because they'd be like, here they are, here comes trouble.
Those fucking Brits back again.
I've heard his fucking music. He's gonna be psychotic.
Quick, someone get the ketamine.
Yeah, we like, and we turn up and we're just very polite and we're just happy to be there and we just get the job done and then we piss off and it's like, so we weren't really moving in circles where that stuff becomes available. But from what I can see, it's like the company that you keep when you go to these cities, like, and the people you have around you, they seem to be the ones that like attract the trouble.
Really?
And if you don't, and you know, we move as a unit, we kind of move like, we don't really invite people backstage, we don't really hang out with people in the city, we kind of just keep ourselves to ourselves. So trouble stays far away.
That's fair enough.
You know, or I could just be lying.
True.
Because my mum might watch this, so I could just be lying.
I don't think your mum's sub
It could
to
just
this.
be sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
I did ask her last night, and she said she wants. So, you know.
Oh. How'd you know my mum?
We won't get into that, son.
That's a story for another time.
It's a story
Jackie,
for my deathbed.
I am your father.
No, that is like something I've genuinely wondered, like ever since I've got into music and stuff like that. Because you always see stuff like I know it's a very weird example, but The Dirt, you know, the movie on
that's
Netflix.
the best example. I fucking love that movie.
Like, it just seems like literally the drugs are thrown at you, like you can't avoid them. But obviously, like, I've never seen it myself.
I think those were different times to what we're in now. I hear stories of we did a tour with a DJ, and she was the touring DJ for Marilyn Manson. Shout out Amazonica. Yeah. She's a great DJ.
I can imagine he's fucking smashing drugs every night.
She had some crazy stories from going on the road with him, like real just debauchery.
Yeah. Mate, why don't you just drop her a message and be like, TPD TV are doing a podcast, mate.
She lives in London and sometimes lives in LA, so I'm sure she'd be down.
If she's got some stories to tell us about her times with Marilyn fucking Manson.
She's had a great career as well. She was on a Cradle of Filth song back in the day. She did they did a cover of something and it was like a duet. Yeah. Like, and she was the female vocals on the track. So yeah, she's got some wild stories. She was fun to talk with.
We need more message.
Female DJs, less of these fucking lanky white guys crowding up the scene, man.
Fucking
get out of here.
Straight white males. Yeah. Fuck them all. Pricks.
10 a fucking penny.
Get me some fit birds on stage. I don't mean that. I mean, I do mean that. Hello, we are not very PC.
Hello, we're restarting.
Welcome to A View from the Evening now.
And cut.
We've all met BROCO.
Oh my God, yeah.
Fucking love BROCO.
Yeah.
I would give my left nut to just sing a single letter on any of their songs. Rob Demiani, talk to me.
Yeah, talk to me.
Like, well, obviously, I'm not that big of a fanboy. Come on, I just think they're amazing and love everything they've ever done. And
a fanboy knows when he sees a fellow fanboy, mate.
Beautiful Morning acoustic version. Why is it not on fucking Apple Music? Give me Beautiful Morning acoustic version. Up, ooh, I want that. I want that. Dicks, love you. You're not watching this. Why am I talking to you?
It might be, man. I know they rock with you guys.
But you've met him, haven't you?
Yeah, I met him. I think I met him for the first time properly at Truck Festival. I met Rob Damiani, and he was because the man Dan Jenkins, absolute legend. Shout out to Jenk Man. I call him Jenk Man 93, and I don't know if he likes it or not, but I call him it anyway. Daniel Jenkins. He's the manager of Don BROCO and of SCARLXRD, so they share a manager.
No way.
Yeah, and I met Rob Damiani at Truck Festival last year.
What a gorgeous man.
And he was like, "Hey man, like how's it going?" And he thought I was Scottish. He was like, when I started.
Yeah, I thought you were Scottish.
Yeah, like when he started speaking to me, I was like, "Oh hey man, like yeah, great to meet you." And we were sounding like each other. And he was like, "Bro, I honestly thought that you were Scottish. Like, what's going on?"
He's proper posh.
Because Jenko showed me a video of you, and you were doing, you were reading Metal Hammer, and you were doing this like Scottish accent. I thought, what part of Scotland are you from? That was the thing that he asked me first.
I think that was the video that like introduced me to you. And,
really?
Yeah, I think we've seen the same video.
Viral video.
Damiani, we're more alike than you think.
And literally, you thought the same thing.
Don't know why I did that.
And he was just like, "Yeah, what part of Scotland are you from?" I was like, hate
hate to burst your bubble, laddie, but I'm not actually from Scotland, as you can tell right now. I'm doing terrible fat bastard version of the fucking accent. Like,
it was better in the video, but go watch it on my Instagram somewhere. But
go and scroll back for fucking ages.
It's worth it, man. Viral video. Rob Damiani approved. And then I had the pleasure of going to see them. We played a festival in San Francisco, and BROCO were playing a headline show the same night. And we played Rolling Loud, San Francisco, and then I ran over to go and see Don BROCO play, and it was great to see him in front of an American audience because obviously they're adored in the UK, and they are as adored like stateside as well. Yeah. Like it felt like I was back home.
Have they got as big a crowd?
Yeah, like,
I always imagine like we could go and see BROCO like in a Key Club sized venue, which I'd kill for again. Which hopefully we will see him in November in a tiny little venue in Bedford. Can't see it happening because of COVID. Cunt.
Yeah, just seeing them in front of an American audience was great. And then I was just chatting to him for ages, sort of talking at him for a while. But he's got a great sense of humor. He's a lovely guy. So he's got a lot of time for people who talk at him. Yeah. I imagine that in his line of work, he has a lot of people chewing his ear off, just telling him how great he is. Like,
telling them they love him, crying at him, and stuff like that. Some right weird bastards out there.
I was the same, mate. I was just like, I think, like, I don't know shit about songwriting, but honestly, I was talking to Rob Damiani about Don BROCO's songwriting for what felt like way too long, and I was just next to him being like, it's just your songwriting, man. He's just really fucking good at writing tunes. Like, you know, you got the looks, you got the it was like almost like I was trying to sign him. I was like, yeah, you got the fucking looks. The name's fantastic. Yeah, you fucking give it some on stage. But it's the songwriting for me. Yeah. It's the tunes that you write. And I was like, I don't know fucking.
At least you had a fucking conversation with him.
Yeah, conversation, talking at him while he goes, yeah. Scottish? No, okay, no. Sure. And then, mad embarrassing. There was a woman stood next to him. This was backstage at Truckfest. A woman.
By the way, at Truckfest, we do a fucking great DJ set.
There you go.
What are you doing?
Book 'em.
2000 Trees have seen us. They know. Leeds Fest, they've seen us. They fucking know. What are you doing, Truck?
Book 'em. Do it.
Fuck the others, it's us.
But yeah, there was a woman standing next to him, and I shit you not, lad, she looked exactly like the woman from the cowboy video, the one who's like the
cowboy's daughter.
Yeah, looked exactly like her. And I was like, oh my god, you're from the video, right? And she was like, what? I was like, yeah. I should have, when she said what, ? I should have left the conversation there. But no, I kept it going. And I was like, yeah, the video, the Don BROCO video, and the cowboy. And I started doing an impression of it like this. And she was just like, no, that's not me. And she just had a kid as well. Like, I think.
There's absolutely no idea what you're on about.
I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. There might not have been a kid. That might just be added. But yeah, it was just so embarrassing. And so like, you know, within like 30 seconds, I'd really disappointed Rob Damiani because I wasn't Scottish, and then I just offended this woman because, you know, looking like the crazy daughter from the fucking Don BROCO video isn't the highest compliment.
I don't know. She's all right looking.
She's all right.
She's not bad for a cowgirl.
That's what you're into.
Or a cow person.
A cow person.
Is that the thing we should say now? Cow person.
A cow pig.
Shouldn't assume they're cow.
Shouldn't assume they're cow.
Yeah. I have no idea. I'm terrible with it. Honestly, I'm so like even when I know someone's prefix, I fuck it up still. Like not on purpose.
Pronouns, you fucking
Is that what it is? See, I fuck up the fucking word.
Man said prefix. I was like, eh?
What's the prefix?
But yeah, the same night when we were done bothering Rob Damiani, Johnny Marr was just walking about because he was playing Truckfest the same weekend, and my friend George, who I was with, like his mum is like obsessed with the Smiths, and I was in a Morrissey t-shirt at the time, and obviously they're sworn enemies now. I was wearing this Morrissey t-shirt. It's from his album You Are the Quarry, and he's got this fucking big machine gun. So it was like Morrissey with a machine gun, like looking at that, and I kept like aiming it at Johnny Marr, being like doing like a machine gun impression, and I was like,
I'm sure he
didn't see me, thankfully, but if he did, it would just been like, there's always fucking one of them.
Who's this Scottish
cunt?
cunt?
A fucking wanker in a fucking Mozza shirt. Like, and I was just like, George, film him. It's Johnny Marr. Film him for your mom. Get a video for your mom. Like, being really obnoxious. Like, and I wasn't even fucking playing Truck Festival. I'd just gone to fucking watch BROCO and watch Easy Life. And I was fucking backstage bothering Johnny Marr with my fucking Mosin machine gun. Like, I mean, Morrissey's a prick now. Like what the fuck, man? Where are all these beliefs coming from? Like, I think someone's taken over his brain and just started, like, someone else is sitting up there. It's not the Morrissey that we used to know, man. He used to stand up for fucking good shit, like don't eat animals and all that stuff, and like the Queen isn't that great. Like, they were good messages, man.
She's fucking boring, isn't she?
Yeah, hell yeah, Moz. I can back that. But now I can't really back what you're backing now. Even though I'm still in your t-shirt, shooting Johnny Marr.
Shooting Johnny Marr, just for you as well, Morrissey. Like,
oh god, I need to check myself. Yeah.
Poor Johnny.
Poor Johnny.
He's getting abused by some lanky selector.
Yeah. I've selected you as my next target, Johnny Marr.
So I think, aside from the first time I ever saw BROCO at a gig, which was Key Club, by the way.
Keys.
We snuck you call it backstage, snuck into other room that was locked off. And we were watching like Mathematics and BROCO pack their stuff away.
Yeah.
And then Rob and me had the bollocks like from somewhere to go up and chat to Tom Doyle, just stood at the other bar. And like we filmed a little bit, got a little intro with him and shit like that.
Nice.
So that was my first ever interaction, but that was more Rob's doing than mine. But first ever time I remember properly meeting someone from BROCO was All Points East, and it was Cy Delaney in the crowd, and I was just wandering past, and I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Didn't cry at him because he's not the main one like me.
Main one. Like
he is good. Don't get me wrong. He is like exceptional, but he's no Damiani.
He's no Damiani.
He's no Danny White, no Damiani. You know, two of the big boys. But yeah, got a cheeky little insta with him, and that was like my first opening to actually meeting someone famous.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, after watching someone who I had gone to see at All Points East, like literally made the boys come with me to watch this giant of a man just jumped off stage, jumped over the barrier, came running through the crowd, and was like, TPD! And that's the first time we've met you.
TPD. Bro, honestly, I can't tell you how excited I was. Like, it was actually mad distracting. Like, because I clocked you guys standing together when I walked out on stage to start the show.
Oh, you're never going to miss this gorgeous face, are you?
No, it shone out of the crowd like a beam of light, blinding.
All SCARLXRD fans were wearing those little masks, so like, we just look normal.
I was like, who's not in mask? Oh my God. And I'd literally just become obsessed with watching your videos because me and my girlfriend Jazz works for Slam Dunk Festival.
She also makes a banging vegetarian chili.
She does. Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
Baby girl, you good at that cooking.
He still hasn't given me the fucking recipe for, so I can't fucking try and make it. Well annoying, by the way, Jackie.
I'll get it.
Get me that recipe.
Give me that damn recipe. I'll get it for you. Yeah, she works for Slam Dunk Festival, and we searched Slam Dunk Festival in YouTube, see what comes up, see if anyone had made any vlogs. Lo and behold, top result.
The kings
of festival content. And we watched that one, and then obviously it's like the gateway drug. I just went back, started watching all your videos, and I was watching them on tour. So we did, before All Points East, we did the Bring Me the Horizon tour. So I was watching you guys whilst being on tour with Bring Me the Horizon, and then we did Mexico straight after. And I was having I had horrible food poisoning in Mexico.
Did you show us to Bring Me the Horizon?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
My bad.
Come on, hook us up, Jackie.
Next time, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, I hadn't spoken to you since like May last year, but check this out and just send in the link.
Oliver, do you remember that time in Oklahoma when three lads shouted Yorkshire at you? This is them.
This is them. Yeah, so I was watching you on tour, and then literally to step out on stage at All Points East, and then to see you like all just standing there, I was like, fucking hell. I was like, they really have turned out today, like all the because we saw a bunch of people like famous musicians and stuff all walking around. I was like, everyone's at fucking All Points, even the fucking lads. And then I couldn't contain it. I didn't want to go backstage, wait around, and then have you guys leave. So I jumped off the fucking stage and just pelted it at you. And then some people were trying to get photos of me or whatever, and I was like, fuck off, and just pushed them away. And I was
Imagine you just walked over the top of them with your giant legs.
Just stepped over them, yeah. And I was just like, TBD, just screaming at you. And I can't really remember what I said, but I didn't have any clothes on. I think I was probably trying to hug you and stuff and like sweating and just...
Very sweaty, very topless. I thought you were on drugs, but it turns out he's just fucking nuts. Like, he doesn't actually do drugs. He's just off his fucking tits.
We didn't even have any alcohol before All Points. I had a coffee before All Points.
Oh, whoa there.
Yeah,
calm down.
Yeah. You say we went on drugs, man. Come on. I was
on the hard drug caffeine.
I was on a fucking cappuccino. And I wanted to say hello. Like, I didn't want you to leave and then lose you and then missed opportunity. And I've still got that photo. It's one of my favorite photos. I'm looking so smug with myself. Like, yeah. Not that I've just played this festival.
Yeah, fuck off.
I've just met TBD. Like, I've got this posted up with the boys. Like, yeah, because honestly, I didn't watch the kind of content that you guys make before watching you guys. Like, I didn't really watch vlogs. Like, I'd only just started making them myself. Like, so you guys were like a big inspiration. And
I don't watch vlogs.
Yeah, I didn't watch.
Used to watch David Dobrik's shit, but now he's fucked off because of Corona. So
fuck that
guy.
But yeah, I never used to find it like a thing that I would watch, and then I just got engrossed in you guys' lives because you're very like, you feel approachable through the screen, if that makes sense. Like a lot of YouTubers are like otherworldly. They're like, hey guys, and like they're like this animated cartoon character, and then you guys are very. It just feels very real, man. Yeah.
Glad it feels that way because we just film the good and the bad.
Yeah.
Things are funnier. Things are funnier when it's shit.
Yeah.
Like if someone's having a bad time, that's when you film. That's the best shit to get. If Razzy's getting bullied, it's funny on camera.
Let's get in it. Let's get recorded. But yeah, literally, like so much time on tour is spent like sitting in a hotel room or sitting in your bunk or sitting, waiting to be on stage. And like, when you guys are cranking out them hour-long vlogs, bloody hell, that fucking fills up my time on tour. So and it makes me feel like, because I just moved to Leeds and watching you guys, not being from Leeds myself, as you can probably tell, watching you guys like, really representing this like Yorkshire Leeds culture.
We're from Leeds and we're trying to make it on the music scene.
Yeah,
that's a fucking old reference for you.
I didn't even get it,
mate. It's a shit song.
Over the head. Oh shit, over the head. Yeah, so it was just seeing you guys put it out there so vividly and like so detailed. I was like, I feel like I know these lads. I feel like I know Leeds. I feel like I'm gonna feel more at home in Leeds now because we can go there, maybe avoid there, maybe go there, like all the places that you go.
So basically all you're doing is having pre-drinks and going to Key.
Yeah, that's all I do. That's all I do.
That's all we do.
That's all we do. Yeah, literally, that's all I've been doing. Like JD from Slam Dunk and the guys at Key Club really just saved my life, giving me that slot at Key Club.
Top lads, by the way. Yeah. All the boys and anyone from Key Club who's ever put up with our shit, because we can be intolerable assholes. Like, fucking thank you.
Yeah.
But not only the Key Club, but the cockpit beforehand and everything you've ever done for us. And then, just cheers, guys. Like, it's been a fucking right left. Let's keep it going. Book us for some shit and pay us.
Yeah, because they kept me going between like tour. Because like when I come off tour, they'd be like, "Oh, we'll get you in a Key Club," and like I'd be there. So that would like keep me topped up like money wise, but also like in terms of like adrenaline and feeling like an important person. It would keep me topped up being at Key Club, giving it the big one on the fucking Key Club stage.
Let me tell you, like the Key Club has never had a better night than a fucking Jackie P night as well.
Oh,
like. Don't get me wrong, they've got some banging DJs that we've listened to for fucking years play the same stuff every weekend. But a Jackie P night, fuck me.
You never know what you're going to get.
Like, not only do you get the all-time bangers, the stuff that you're always going to hear that is just great, you're going to get something special. You're going to get something you never knew you wanted, and you're getting it anyway. Yeah. And stuff that, if you have a request, and it's a good request, you're getting it.
Yeah.
Like, the other guys, like, it's only a request if it's an all-time banger. Like, they don't care. Like,
I'm open to, like, suggestions, and also, like, I want to just give people a good time, and, like, I feel like I don't want to undermine the audience, because I feel like people who come to Key Club fucking, they know their music, man. That's why they come into the Key Club.
Exactly.
So I can play an slightly obscure song. I mean, you know, some people treat like huge songs as these obscure songs that they're not going to touch. It's like, you know, a lot of DJs think one band has that one song. Let's not touch the rest of the back catalogue.
Not at all. Get them fucking B-sides on that.
Yeah.
Get the one or two fucking going, and then everyone else figures out what it is. And
and then also like, you know, dropping the wicka wild cards in there as well. You know, like something like.
I thought you meant the actual Wild West song by Will Smith.
That is a banger.
It is a banger.
So when I return,
it better be played. I'm expecting that now.
Wild West.
All the boys are gonna roll deep in cowboy outfits.
Yeah. I love Will Smith, man. He's one of my heroes. Like Men in Black. We used to have a tape of Men in Black. We taped it off the telly, and I wore it out because every time
you wore the actual tape.
I wore the tape down to the bone of the tape, man.
It's weird that because tapes don't have bones.
They do, bro. That's fucking biology 101, mate.
Mate, we could chat bollocks all fucking day, you and me.
We could.
But let everyone know what's going on in Jackie Land. Tell them what's good.
I'm just gonna keep like making these awful songs and putting them out and making music videos, and
they're not awful. I think they're fucking great.
I think they're funny. They you know, as long as I like them, don't matter what anyone else thinks. So yeah, I'm gonna keep doing them. My film's hopefully coming out when I fucking finish it and figure out what it's actually about. And I'm also working on some music videos for other people now as well. I'm working with a friend of mine called CJ Pandit. Definitely check him out on Spotify. If you like 1975 and like 80s kind of pop music, CJ Pandit is amazing. So check him out. And
if you need a hand, you know, fucking give us a chat, man. I'm always down to film some shit.
Working on a video for his new shit. And you know, if anyone needs or wants to work on music videos, I'd love to do it. Like, you know, maybe hire me and Dan, the Dream Team.
Hi, I'm Dan.
Make some fucking cinematic shit, you know? Yeah, boom. Thanks for having me, Jackie P. Peace out. Shout out TPD. So was SWHBB ? Bang. 2020. Fuck coronavirus. Woo.
You all right? I'll tell you what, Jackie, though. Your songs, as good as they are, I would like to hear them on some form of musical platform. Is that coming at any point soon?
Oh, no, yeah. Plug.
There we go. I forgot that.
Upload them onto Spotify. They're just, you know, they're getting figured out. They're going through the conveyor belt. See if they're good enough. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Let's wrap this up, baby.
Dear God, you're almost as bad as me.
That's what it sounded like just then.
Fantastic. Bitch, do you want to move the camera onto me so I can say bye?
Guess what, Dan?
What?
I don't need you to tell me to do that. I've already done it.
What, is that camera on now?
Both cameras are on since we kept going.
You said the camera were dead. You said the camera were dead?
Wrap up to that.
So that camera's been, what the fuck's sake? Now,
that was the one that died, right?
Right.
That one.
Let's not bring up deaths.
Second of all, you saw me plug it back in and restart. Jesus.
You're acting like I watch what you do.
Wrap up to that fucking camera.
Oh yeah, you're right. I was talking to that one for a little bit. Now it's just going to be weird.
Mum and Dad are scrapping.
I prefer them anyway. They're nicer. No, but cheers for watching, guys. This has been my first podcast. It's been fucking fun. I'm not gonna lie. It's a good laugh. This just chatting with your mate, like having a bit of banter, talking about bollocks, especially when he comes dressed as Cowboy Bebop. But yeah, cheers for watching. I've really fucking enjoyed this, and I cannot wait to make some more. Like, it's gonna be fucking banging. I love our channel. I love you guys. I love everything about it. Other than that, View from the Afternoon. It's a TPD TV podcast. What was the last one? Social. It's available on all the major podcasting platforms like Spotify. It's on YouTube because you're fucking watching it now. You weird bastards.
Let's wrap this up.
No, I want to say bye. But honestly, thank you all. Love you all. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I can't wait to do more. Right now, I've got that out of the way. Fuck off.